What's up, War Report family? We are back with another great edition of Facts or Nah. It's Ole Miss week. Fellas, you guys ready to get into this?
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it kicked off like this. Facts or Nah, Auburn holds Ole Miss to a less than 50% conversion rate on fourth down this weekend. What we thinking, fellas?
Facts. We will hold Ole Miss to less than 50. Listen, man, Kiffin is the guy. He's going to use the analytics and he's going to push the tempo. It didn't quite work against Bama because he made some terrible mistakes and decisions, but I think they have recovered just enough offensively to be able to pick his spots better when he's going 4-for-4. But with that being said, we are great on fourth down. I wish we could carry that over to the third downs a little bit better so it wouldn't be a question of teams going for it on fourth. But still, when it comes down to it, we're stopping people. So I'm taking us because that defense at home energized. I'm always betting on defense at home. So I'm saying facts. We hold them to less than 50 on fourth.
I'm going to go facts here because I feel that if Ole Miss does convert more than 50%, we probably lose this game, especially as aggressive as Lane likes to go for it on fourth. Auburn has also done really well on fourth down on defense. Auburn's going to be at home. It's going to be a crowded Jordan-Hare. Fans are going to be cheering. The players are going to be ready to play. I just don't see Lane having much success, even though he's going to try it. I think our defense will stop him more times than not. He will not convert at least 50%. I'm going facts here.
Yeah, I'm going facts on this one. Listen, Crazy Lane is going to do some crazy stuff in this game. Some of that is going to be going for fourth down like he has been all season in situations that maybe don't call for it. Auburn has been stout against the run, particularly on fourth down. So if they think they're going to line up and try to sneak a quick one in, that's not really happening against this defense. We're solid, top 4 in the nation in fourth down defense. So I'm just saying, facts, we hold them.
All right, guys, facts or nah? Auburn rushes for over 200 total yards this upcoming weekend. What y'all think?
Well, it pains me to say it, but I'm actually going to go nah on this one. I think Ole Miss sells out against the run this Saturday. That's what we put on tape. Sell out against the run, force us to pass. It's going to be a little hard unless we can get the pass game going super early and they start to back off. 200 yards rushing against an SEC defense, I'm not sure I'm seeing that. I'm not particularly scared of their defense, but I do think that's how they're going to defend us. So I'm going to go now on this one for now.
I am going to say facts because I'm expecting an offense that was actually balanced and clicking on all cylinders to make its way home after the bye week and after that Arkansas game. And including Bo running for yards, he had a 20-something yard scamper to get a touchdown that sealed the game for our last game. So 200 yards is gettable as long as we're including everybody. Now, if you had asked me just running backs, different story. But yes, I do think we can get 200 yards on the ground against this team because they aren't that good on defense. So facts.
Guys, I'm going to have to go nah here. Yeah, Auburn has yet to do that in SEC play this season, actually. And even against Arkansas, they only rushed for 135 total yards. The jury's out. Stop Auburn running the ball is what teams are going to do until Auburn continues and consistently burns teams through the air, punishing them. And I think if Auburn can establish the passing game early, as Mike G said, I think it will create some opportunities for our running backs to get some yardage. I think if Auburn does go over 200 yards in rushing, I think we actually win convincingly against Ole Miss. But I think the way teams are defending us, they would rather lose with Bo Nix punishing us through the air than Tank and Hunter running all over us. So I'm going to go nah. They sell out to stop the run, and it creates opportunities elsewhere.
All right, fellas, facts or nah? Auburn will get at least 2 more 4-star commitments before the end of the regular season.
Yeah, so I'm going to go now on this one. I think at this point, it's going to be wait and see for a lot of recruits in this Brian Harsin system. He brought in a new culture. He's trying to get his guys in there. If you're a recruit, you wait till the end of the season. You watch us play Texas A&M. You watch us play Bama. We so happen to land in the SEC championship game, you watch that too, and then you make your decision about whether Auburn is the right fit for you. They got 5 more games to put something on tapes for recruits, so I expect recruits to wait and see what happens. Nah.
I'm going to go nah here as well. And I think most of these kids are holding out for the early signing period to announce where they're going to go. Even though I think Auburn is in good shape for some of these guys, and I think our recruiting class will definitely improve seeing as though we have a lot of spots to fill. I think some of these kids are still playing kind of a wait and see game just to see how Auburn stacks up this year, as they should. I think they should take time to see how we look against A&M and Bama at home for the season finale. So I think seeing that, taking that into account, I think we lead for some of these guys. We land a few, but seeing them commit before the season ends, I don't think that'll happen. So I'm going to go nah.
I'm going to go facts because I think what we have shown so far this season on tape to recruits is actually good news. The improvement on the offensive line was enough to get Drew Bobo and Eston Harris, who previously was not so hot on Auburn. I think we've shown improvement at every position group on this team. And I think that is enough to get, along with the idea that you can actually play your way into the rotation in your first year, which Harston shown, Jarquez, and 1 or 2 other players have gotten some burn. I think there's enough there for us to pull the guys that we need to pull. Like somebody has said before, as featuring on our show, Darius Clemens, you say, hey, man, you see we need you. You see all these drops. That's you. It's not happening. Please come here. And I think we've shown tons of promise on the defensive line with what we've done in tackles for loss and also 4th down defense, like we talked about already. We've got plenty of upside, and I think recruits see it. So I say facts. Before the end of the regular season, we get 2 more 4-star commitments.
All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's time for our fan question of the week. This week's fan question comes from our guy, Cody54Dawe on Instagram, and he asks, facts or nah, Ole Miss will have over 300 passing yards on Saturday against the Tigers. Fellas, what do we think?
I'm actually going to go nah here. I think we do hold them to under 300 yards in passing. Ole Miss has surprisingly been very balanced in terms of their offensive productivity in the past few SEC games. Ole Miss likes to run the football. They're going to try to run the football against us. So it's up to our rush defense to actually limit their effectiveness on the ground. Now, that could lead to them, depending on how we do on offense, it could lead to them throwing more. But yet, I still think we hold them under 300 yards. I think they will have a little success on the ground, given their running backs and what Corral can do when he gets loose. But overall, I think we limit them to under 300 yards passing, and we limit them overall in their offense. I like Auburn in this game, and I think we have to make some stops on defense, and we can't let them just run roughshod over us in the passing or in the rushing game. So I'm going, nah. Ole Miss will not have over 300 yards passing.
I say facts. Ole Miss does get over 300 yards passing, but that's not too consequential as long as they are playing from behind, which I think is a circumstance that we can create. We know Lane wants to put up points. We know Corral is at the very least good at passing the ball, but he has a good running ability too, which is a little surprising, the numbers he's put up this year. I didn't peg him as that much of a runner before the season started, but he's proven something to me. But with that being said, I think we play him a lot like we did KJ Jefferson, which is zone, keep him in front of you, and he's going to have to wait in the pocket. Either our rush is going to get to him or he's going to find some holes in the zone. And I actually expect Lane, with a more polished passer in Corral, to actually be able to find some holes in our zone a lot better than Bryles could with KJ Jefferson. So I'm going to say facts. They do get over 300 yards passing on us.
Yeah, I'm going to go facts here because that's what we're going to make them do. I don't think Auburn is going to let Ole Miss run the ball on them, so I expect Matt Corral to get his through the air, but will it be enough? TBD. That's what Auburn has done to most teams this season. They're forcing people to pass the ball on us. Unfortunately, those people have had some success doing that. I don't expect that to change a whole lot on Saturday, so I'm going facts here. I think Corral probably goes for about 350. Well, that's it for another great edition of Facts or Not. Listen, We want to hear from you. So if you want to get a question featured on this segment, hit us up. #FactsOrNall on Twitter, or check us out on Instagram where you can submit your fan question and get it featured on our next segment. Other than that, you know where to find us. We are the War Report on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TW Report on TikTok. Gentlemen, we're signing off, and as always, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Great.